Good evening, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. I told you guys earlier today that me and my dad were supposed to go out Christmas shopping. All of my gifts came, well, one of the ones I was still waiting on came today. I'm only waiting on one more thing and I am done. Everything that I ordered is here. The only thing I did not get yet, I want to go and stop and pick up a couple of little gifts for these little things over here. And the third one that's probably sleeping on the nice comfy recliner in the living room right now. I did not get anything for them, and I was planning on going to an actual like store to go and get it. But everything that I bought, with the exception of one item that I got for Jack, was actually all like stuff that I bought like secondhand, like off of eBay. I think actually everything I bought off eBay. I don't think I bought anything on Mercari. No, I did. I bought one thing off of Mercari. Necessarily secondhand, but like all stuff that I ended up buying like used. Or like I said, there was one gift that I got for Jack that's probably something I didn't want to buy him like used. But I ended up getting that for him on a really good deal on Amazon. And then the other gifts I got were off of Etsy. So I did like all of my shopping, like small and or local, or like again supporting like, you know, resellers. So that was my Christmas shopping this year, and I was pretty proud of myself because I did not break the bank either, which was also really awesome. And again too, like a lot of the stuff that I got, I think my dad is really gonna like his gift. I think my mom's gonna think her gift's funny, but I'm still waiting on one thing for her that has not come yet. I was actually surprised at how quickly her other gift came because I thought it was going to be longer to get here. But like I said, I'm gonna get the dogs like some toys, I think. And that is actually the only shopping I need to do like out of the house. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go to Ross because honestly, I think this will be the third year now, but the last 2 years I have bought them toys from there and they last so long. Like I think one that I bought the first Christmas that I shopped there is still not torn to pieces and they still actually play with it, which I am beyond shocked about, because normally with 3 dogs, if one has not like gotten into the toy and chewed it to pieces, one of the other 2 probably will, or by that time like the third one. So the fact that it's still alive, I'm completely beyond surprised, like I said. And I think the squeaker still even works in it, so that's why, like, and on top of that too, if I can find good quality ones there, it's really nice. But on top of that, they're normally not that expensive. Like I think at most I've ever paid was like $5, and I think that's the one that's still alive. I paid maybe $5 for like $3.99 or something like that, but normally I've paid anywhere between like $2.99 to like $4.99 probably. And like I said, normally they last for at least a pretty long time. Like again, I think the ones I bought them last year, which were just normal like stuffed animals sort of with like a squeaker in it, they actually have only like just sort of chewed into them. But like my mom buys some ones from the dollar store and she's like, oh well, it'll be just a good like little toy for them to like, you know, just like have for like the day. Basically, that's literally how long they last when she buys ones from the dollar store. Whereas like I said, I buy those ones from Ross for like $2, $3, $4 and they last the whole stinking year long, you know. So I'm not like, you know, feeling like I'm wasting money like getting them that. So I'll probably spend like an extra, like I said, maybe 10 to 15 bucks there as well. But like I said, I stayed under budget this year as far as like Christmas gifts and everything. So yes, that was where we were supposed to go today, but we didn't because my dad came home and I noticed when he came in, his truck was already pulled in the driveway, and I was like, that's weird, because especially normally on the weekends he puts his truck in the back of the driveway so that when we go to the store on Saturday, like our car is, you know, like our SUV is out so that we don't have to like move the cars around. So when I first saw that, I was like, that's weird. And I was like, well, maybe he'll just like move it, because I thought like, oh, he'll park it on the street and then we'll go and take the car and then he'll move his van back into the driveway and then we'll come in and pull in, you know, be the last car in. So that's what I thought, but you know, like I said, I saw that in the driveway and I was like, that's weird. And then I asked him and he's like, oh yeah, you know, it's really rainy out today. I sort of figured we'd go maybe tomorrow, and the Bears don't play until Sunday night, so like he was gonna take Jack on Saturday tomorrow because again he was figuring the Bears are playing on Sunday. So he was like, oh, well, we can't go on Sunday because, you know, like noon, we're not going to have enough time. But they don't play till Sunday night. So he's going to take Jack on Sunday and me tomorrow after we go grocery shopping. So I already finished my grocery list like super early in the week. So I had that done already. And then today I was just like, I have nothing to do now. I was planning on going, like I said, I was just gonna go there, and then like, you know, like our tradition normally when we go Christmas shopping is always to like go and get something to eat afterwards too. Like my dad, like when we were little, my dad always needed, I think, input maybe a little bit on like what my mom wanted for Christmas or like what each other wanted. Like it was sort of before Jack was born, but like when me and Matthew were little, like he'd be like, oh, do you think Matthew really wants that or whatever? Like he'd ask me and I would be like, oh yeah, I think that would be a good Christmas present or whatever. You know, that kind of thing. And so it's just so that he like sort of had ideas too and stuff like that, and maybe got input like from me as to what Matthew might want, or also got input of what I wanted for Christmas too. Like if I saw something there, I was like, oh, I really want that, like, oh, that's really cool or whatever. Like sometimes they take us to like Toys R Us and stuff like that, so that again, I think he could gauge what also we wanted too. Because like we make a Christmas list, but like honestly, let's be honest guys, when you make a Christmas list as a kid, you circle everything you could possibly think you'd want instead of something like you really want. So like I said, I think that my dad sort of did that to like gauge more of like what we were really like wanting or really into or whatever. And so yeah, like I said, that was sort of always like our Christmas tradition and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been raining today. It's supposed to snow, I think, and then some point next week it's supposed to be like in the 60s. I'm not happy about that. It's supposed to be Christmas time outside, guys, and instead today it is like, it was thunderstorming actually. It was lightning and thundering, and it's raining like crazy outside. So like I said, I think my dad was sort of just tired. He didn't want to go today, and he was like, oh, we can just go tomorrow. So but he didn't tell me any of this until like I was already like ready to go. I edited early this morning so that I could go with to the stores, you know, when we were going today, because like I said, I only had one stop I have to make, and then the other stuff is just sort of like what my dad wanted to get or whatever, like maybe pick out something for my mom, or you know, help again with those sort of like decisions or whatever. So like I said, you know, like, and I think that my dad does that too. Like I remember one year he brought Matthew with to like pick out some clothes for Jack because he wanted to sort of know what was in a little bit more, and maybe not necessarily what like he thought the style was, and more like, what do you think Jack's style is, what do you think he'd like? Because like Jack wouldn't ask for clothes or you know, anything like that, but like I think for my dad to sort of like have again that help of picking stuff out. And my mom is normally an online shopping person. My dad likes to go to the stores, and like I said, it's just been our tradition. Like we just, that's the thing that we do when we go, like it's Christmas, he always takes like one of us 3 kids like once a week, and we go out then, you know, on the weekend or whatever, and then we also go out to, you know, like go and get our food too at like a special sort of restaurant or whatever. Like him and Matthew always go to Jimmy John's, and him and Jack always go to Steak and Shake, and honestly I always remembered going to Jimmy John's too, but he sort of made that as like him and Matthew always went, and I was like, no, I was there too. Like used to take me. I think that was more like me and Matthew would go shopping together with him to like pick out stuff for my mom maybe. But like I remember going to Jimmy John's and going and picking out like, you know, getting food and going Christmas shopping too. But he was like, no, that was my and Matthew's tradition. I was like, no, it wasn't. It was also mine. Like I was involved in that too. So sometimes we'll go. We don't have like a real place that will always go. Like we went to Potbelly once, we went to Jimmy John's I think maybe twice like this last couple of years. So yeah, like I said, for some reason Jimmy John's to me is just always Christmas, because we would go there a lot because there was the GameStop right next door to the Jimmy John's that we'd shop at. And so, you know, like I said, we'd go in there I think, and again, so my dad could figure out like what we really wanted for Christmas sort of thing, and would let us sort of like look around and stuff like that. And or like if I wanted to get something for Matthew or whatever, or Matthew wanted to buy something for me in there, but then we go to Jimmy John's next door. And so like I said, that was always like the tradition. That's just what I remembered. And so we didn't end up going today. I'm gonna go tomorrow probably. At least that's what it sounds like after we go grocery shopping. But me and Jack also got a whole cabinet cleaned out today, the baking cabinet, so I know all of the baking things that we have, so that we can start with the cookies and the baking and the desserts and all that stuff. And I have a stack of stuff on the table right now in a box that I'm going to use to hopefully I want to try and make some of the dessert sort of thingies tomorrow. It's not necessarily cookies, but like I want to do fudge. I'll probably do fudge early. And then also these cute little polar bear cupcakes I've been telling you guys about. And I was going to do the Rolos too, the Rolo like pretzel things, but I'm thinking I'm gonna wait because those are apparently Matthew's favorite and I don't want them to all be gone by the time he gets home on Monday. So I'm gonna wait until after then to make those, probably maybe like on Monday or something like that. But anyways guys, I told you I would tell you guys about my Apple TV, and I got to test it out a lot today because then later in the afternoon, like I said, when my dad was like, oh, we're not gonna go, we ended up then watching Christmas movie. I never saw A Christmas Story. Like I've literally caught bits and pieces of it so much because it's my dad's like favorite Christmas movie, but I don't know why I never watched it at like growing up, like, or as like a child. And it's literally probably my dad's favorite Christmas movie, maybe next to Elf, but probably again before Elf came out was probably his favorite. That and I think The Little Drummer Boy. But like he always watches it on Christmas morning. When we were little, we'd go and like wake my parents up or whatever. My mom would still be asleep. My dad would be awake but just laying in bed. And I swear guys, I have vivid memories of like every year in the different bedrooms that they have been in, him watching that in the morning, Christmas morning, like waiting to get up or sort of just like being like, you know, real out of it because he stayed up real late like wrapping presents and stuff like that. So he's like, you know, real out of it, but he always would put it on in the morning. And so like I watched like large chunks of it and I've never actually seen the entire thing. And so I was like, oh, this is nice to finally actually watch the whole movie all the way through. That, and then last year too, I'd never seen It's a Wonderful Life up until last year, and neither had my mom, I don't think. Yeah, I think it was last year that she saw it for the first time too, and she had all the little like those like the vintage like what's it called, like the different buildings like that light up and stuff like that. She has all of those, but she's never seen the movie. Like she collected them but never saw the movie, and I was like, really? Like it's like A Wonderful Life Village, I think it is. And she has like all the pieces to it, and we've had it since I was little. Like I remember my first Christmas, there's like a picture and it's like in the background or a video or something like that. And so yeah, but she's never seen the movie up until last year. And I was like, these are all these Christmas movies that I have like never seen ever in my life, and they're the really popular ones too. I feel like that like everybody's like, yes, I've seen that, I've seen that. I feel like White Christmas is also one of those very popular ones, but I feel like it's normal if people haven't seen it because it's so old. I feel like it's sort of similar to It's a Wonderful Life, but like, you know, like I said, like A Christmas Story, like my dad watched that when he was little and like growing up and stuff like that, and it's one of his favorites. So I don't know why they never put it on for like us when we were little or anything like that. Like we never watched it. Or like I said, the yeah, it's just weird, I guess, that my mom has the It's a Wonderful Life Village but never watched the movie. And apparently my dad has seen it, but my mom had never seen it. So anyways guys, yeah. Like I said, it's Christmas movie time, and we finally like sort of had time like tonight that nothing else was going on. We didn't have anywhere to go because this entire week has been crazy. We've had somewhere to be every night this week. I think my dad was just sort of a little tired from that too, so he's like, let's go tomorrow. So at some point we might try and watch another Christmas movie tomorrow as well, because we've got a lot that we need to watch. But there's a lot of ones that we don't want to watch without Matthew, but I feel like there's some that, like I said, he doesn't really care about, like White Christmas. And again, I don't think he's ever seen A Christmas Story either, but I don't know that he really like super wanted to see it or wanted to watch it with us or whatever. But like I said, there's certain ones like Elf we watch as a family every year. Trying to think, like I said, there's other ones too that we normally watch. A lot of times though, we watch a lot of like TV series episodes of like the Christmas episodes of shows together too. But again, also certain like movies too that Matthew was like, don't watch that one without me or that or whatever. So yeah, anyways guys, and like I said, I know I told you guys that I would tell you guys about my Apple TV and how I'm very happy with it compared to my other television that I got, my smart TV. However, I got time to play around with it like I was saying, but I didn't like, yeah, I don't have enough time to share with that with you guys today. I'll have to do it another time, and maybe when I get a little bit more time to play around with it. But so far I got to test it out and it works flawlessly. Like I said, I thought the reason my smart TV was not working was because of our internet, and it's clearly not the case, because the Apple TV, I've had no problems with anything. It runs super smooth, and like I said, with my TV, the smart aspect of it does not, like, I would have so many problems with it. And so like the fact that this is just so refreshing, like I just scroll and stuff is not like taking forever to like move to the next like episode. Like it was just crazy. Like not even just like in the home screen, like the landing screen and stuff like that, I'd like scroll and it'd like take forever and I have to hit stuff. And then like today I was actually watching I Love Lucy, and then later in the afternoon I was watching the last episode of Hawkeye, which we all watched together, but I wanted to watch it again just because I was eating my dinner and I didn't have anything else to do. So I was like, I'll just watch it, and I put on German subtitles so I can learn my German along with watching a show. So like I said, I put that on and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so hard to try and find where the subtitles are, and I just asked Siri to do it for me, and she did. Because I have like the Siri remote, and so I was like, that's so nice. Whereas the other thing, I could never get subtitles on to like, again, practice with my German or anything like that, or just to put subtitles on at all, because it would never, like, I could never get the remote. It would constantly be loading, and then I'd like try and like get to it and it'd take forever. And it wasn't, like I said, the internet's problem. It was really like how slow and laggy the built-in, like, I guess it's the Chromecast capability is. So I'll tell you guys more, like I said, about that maybe tomorrow or maybe Sunday's vlog. But it was refreshing to be able to actually enjoy and watch television, and also to do it from just one remote instead of like with my Xbox. I think maybe I have like Netflix or something on there, maybe YouTube or something, and it was just sometimes a pain to have to like turn my Xbox on, find the remote, put batteries in it. Like, this is nice that, like, you know, I have everything there and ready and don't have to worry about really anything else. It turns, and the thing is too, is that you just hit the button and it turns the TV and like the Apple like TV part on too. I don't have to, with my Xbox, I have to turn the TV on separately, switch to the right HDMI, because it doesn't, I forget what that capability is or whatever, where like if you turn the Xbox on, the TV also comes on. It happens with the PS4, but it doesn't happen with the Xbox, like the Xbox One. I read that somewhere, like for some reason they just didn't decide to include that. But I think it's the same thing with my Switch too. If I turn my Switch on the TV, it automatically turns on and switches to the right HDMI that you know, it's importing from, that it's like, you know, importing the data from, like, you know, the HDMI. So it goes to the right port and everything like that. And it's the same thing with the Apple TV. But with the Xbox, it doesn't do that. And so that's what I watch stuff on. Like, I don't have enough space on my Switch to do that. And I was just like, I just want something that's just made for the television. Like, I don't have to worry about like taking up space on my Xbox to download like Netflix and Hulu and like all the other streaming services that I watch. It's like, I just like something separate that does that. And I got that, and I got a good deal on it too. So I feel like over the last 2 days I've shared with you guys a lot about it, but I keep saying I'll tell you guys more about it in a different vlog. Anyways, I will hopefully tell you guys more in detail about it in another vlog. But anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.